He's just trying to hold you. So what you have to understand again is your closed guard opens on your terms. On your terms. It's like a front entry door to your house. Okay? It opens only on your terms. It doesn't open on the terms of whoever is knocking or banging on that door. Because he's not saying, knock, 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 let me in. He's saying, I'm going to break through that entry door of yours and I'm going to mount you and I'm going to punish you. Okay? So you need to make sure that your guard opens on your terms. The thing you got to first, before you even open up your guard, you constantly have to be disrupting their posture. Constantly breaking their posture. And you have to identify and understand what is posture to the top person. Number one, it's their hands. Number two, it's where their hands are. The other thing is their knees, okay? So as he's setting up anything here, I need to be able to control his arms and I need to keep pulling him. My legs have to be pulling too. I can't just be landing with relaxed legs and pulling with my hands. It won't do anything. That right there is completely useless. You got half your body that you're completely not utilizing. So I need to be able to be pulling. I know one thing, that if and what I'm doing is that I'm just crunching here. It forces him to commit to his hands right here. I can begin to move his hands away, pull his head. He's gonna have to reposture. And you play this game where you're constantly getting them off balance and testing their posture. They posture up, you reposture, you break their posture again, and you're constantly breaking their posture until there's gonna come a moment where they settle and they feel kind of strong right here, okay? And what's gonna happen is possibly they'll go to the hip, he'll be, yes, right here. So you have to also identify which is the most, let's say, the hand that's causing you the biggest problem, and that's gonna be the biggest problem when they make your guard open. This one is holding my hip down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the sleeve, I'm gonna pull his elbow so I can lift my hip, okay? But he's already starting to open. I'm gonna grab this sleeve right here because he can't put his left hand on my knee. The second he lets go here, I have this sleeve here and I'm constantly working with the sleeve. I don't do this. I go on the same side, there's the same side grip, and I'm constantly breaking their posture and I'm controlling. For him to pass, he needs posture. This is gonna wear them out a bit, okay? From here, you wanna open the guard on your terms, but as he's kind of backing up and opening it, I also look at where his knees are, okay? If his knees are too far out, okay, and open, I can push his knee out and break his posture that way. So if you look at where his knees are here, look, I can even do this, look. And push his knee out and control and posture. All I'm doing is just making him work. Just to do one simple thing is posture. Posture gets the hips back here. So let's say here you feel it kind of opening here. Go ahead. Feet on the hips, hand on the sleeve and on the collar. See with one knee inside? Okay. What's gonna happen is, as my foot's on the hip, I don't want to push him away like I just want to just get him off of me. It's not what I want to do. I want to keep him in my strong zone. If I push too far like this, right here, it does me no good. I need to keep him where a leg press would be the strongest, which is probably from here to about here. Because what's gonna happen is he's probably gonna pick up his right foot. Yes. As my right foot's already on his hip, and I'm gonna take my left foot, and I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna start playing what's called the daily Riva. One of the most important guards that you will have to learn in order for you to have an actual open guard that is consisting of being an open guard. My foot's either on his hip or on his thigh, but I'm controlling the sleeve. So all I'm gonna do is, as I sit up, okay, I push away a little bit. I'm not pushing him away so far that it's gonna hurt me, okay? So even if he pushes back into me, I'm back, and I push and I sit up. See, I'm sitting up as one unit. I'm never doing this. And my back's here, okay? I don't want to do, I want to roll. I'm gonna sit up here, because my foot's gonna push at the knee, and my hand is gonna pull, and I'm gonna tilt, okay? As this hand still keeps his heel. See, I'm on my elbow here. My right foot brings my hip back, come up on my elbow, and I jam his hip. I can go two ways, this way, or I can go back. This way here, he'll probably turn into me here. But again, I have the underhook here, and I can begin to get in a good position here and constantly keep moving and controlling the side control through movement. I don't want to be here and going, just holding and holding. I want to move, because my hands have to be available to submit. But for now, we're going to go just De La Riva. As he's walking back, he's opening up here. Look, right here, foot. The De La Riva. I want my butt kind of on his foot. This foot is a hook. Typically, they're going to drive back into you. Yes. So what happens is that I have to keep this knee pointed up like a wall. Your left foot is hooking his thigh. Hooks are intended to pull. Sometimes when he's going to want to push this knee down, I have to constantly keep readjusting and retilting here. You see how I have his foot into my kind of hip bone, okay? He's going to plant that foot on the mat, and he's going to want to drive this knee down to drive that knee over. I cannot let him do that. So, just two things. This foot is either a hook pointed at the ceiling. You see how he's turning that way? My right foot's still on his hip. If your foot starts getting pulled in a way that's a bit awkward, you take it out, and your left knee serves as a wall. A wall that prevents him to turn that way and go over my knee and to do a what do you call it, a knee drop pass. But he'll be trying. He'll be trying. That's why I have to constantly keep taking him off balance. And I put the hook back in. I can pull with the hook, push, and then here, it's just pushing his knee so he can't turn into me. Because if you're like this hand will go to the knee. You'll push and he'll drop that knee over, and now I already got a problem, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have this hook, bring this for here, okay? Because then, if he's got space, that is the worst thing he can do. He's here, pulling, and my right foot's on his hip. I'm gonna sit up, push, pull. I wanna sit up, push, pull. But notice I'm not violently going, just pushing him away. I wanna sit up just enough to where my legs pull me up, and I'm constantly pulling on this arm here. As I wanna tilt, 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 tilt. This foot goes back, lift the hip, and I drive that knee here. I can also go through here if going backwards is not an option. So to make it easy, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the person. Your right foot will be on their hip. Their right leg will be right where it should be. See how his elbow and knee is connected, okay? It's hard for me to get the foot in. I don't really have anything here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab his Achilles or heel, and I'm going to just gently pull it this way so his heel is going this way and his toes are pointed downward. It's real hard to put your knee over my knee if your heel is that way, okay? So that also helps. And I want to be able to move my hips by stepping on his hip. This is a hook, this is a wall. I have to make sure that I understand when it's hooking to pull, when it's wall to block. From here, he's driving in, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna sit up, yeah? We're gonna do this just a couple times. Yeah, see how he's pushing here? I'm gonna push and sit up. See how I can lift it, okay? Because I'm attaching it to my hip. I'm gonna push and sit up. And progressively, see how he's already getting off balance? As I'm pulling his sleeve, I'll do it from the other side here. I push his leg here. And I want to keep this to my hip. As I drive here, you can go back here, and you already have the underhook here, and you're constantly rolling and controlling. Let me do one time from this side. Top person is going to start with the knee up. Your right foot is going to be at the hip and at the shoulder, at the sleeve. The sleeve is pulling like this, not like this. This is absolutely zero power. It's a little tiny muscle right here. It's this right here. So my knee is in his shoulder. My left hand is at his heel, and I have the left hook in. I'm going to start rocking. As I sit up, as he pulls back, he's gonna pull this arm back. It's very easy to sit up because this arm will pull you back up. Yes. So as I go here, make sure you have that under. Okay? So let's try it. You're gonna rock 3 or 4 times. Then your right foot goes from the hip to the knee. You pull the right hand. So you pull his left elbow away from the knee. Dump him on the side. Pass to the back. Okay? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. If you have a